Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com.
I'm Bob. Happy Friday and Happy New Year.
Yeah, welcome back to our Top 5 Friday Ski Industry News videos. First one of 2023.
Yep,
Pretty exciting.
that is very exciting.
On Monday next week, we will have some exciting 2024 ski news to share.
I mean, it's only been a week and a half into 2023. We got to start talking about 2024.
Got to.
Yeah, can't let it just linger.
Right.
Crazy.
Wouldn't be like us.
Nope.
So yeah, excited about that. We weren't exactly sure about embargo dates, and we will be able to share some, I think, pretty cool information on Monday.
Totally.
Some exciting skiing. We've been having a lot of fun the past few days.
Albeit wet and rainy.
Yeah, today wasn't. We're more back to winter today.
Yep.
Getting some snow tonight, so things are really looking up here in Stowe, Vermont.
Yeah, sure is.
New skis, winter's back.
Yep.
What more could you ask for?
I don't know. Nothing.
Good.
Life is good.
There you go. That's the right answer. And yeah, I think with that said, we can get straight into this week's news. So pretty slow week for ski racing, but we'll start with our FIS World Cup updates as we typically do. Michaela Schifrin. Boy, you know, I said it last week, said it before, I'll keep saying it. That Michaela Schifrin, I think she's pretty good at skiing. I think there's something there.
I think she's figuring it out finally.
Yeah.
It's taken her a while to hit her stride, but I think she's finding her lane.
Really seems like she's going to have a promising career.
Yeah, I'm pulling for her.
You know, time will tell whether she's a successful ski racer. But no, all jokes aside, Michaela picked up her 5th straight win this week in Croatia on Wednesday. Unfortunately, the second race that was planned had to be canceled. They basically had like warm enough temperatures and a bunch of wind that overnight the finish just melted out.
Yeah.
I saw some photos. I think they tried to patch it up, but pretty dangerous when it's dirt at the bottom of your slalom course.
No, they got to be safe with that stuff.
Yeah. So, fortunately, we have 2 giant slalom races this weekend in Slovakia. So, we'll see if she can pick up 6 and 7 in a row.
Why not?
Just like lots of reasons.
Yeah, other good skiers. The small scale that they deal with, like hundreds of seconds.
Yeah, just the nature of ski racing.
Yep.
But yeah, why not? So those will be fun to keep an eye on. And then the men were in Germany, for a slalom race this week. And just the highlight there, the standout highlight is Luke Winter's impressive 11th place finish.
Great ski name.
It's got to be one of the best.
It's right up there.
Yep.
I expect nothing less than good finishes.
Yeah.
From a Luke Winters.
Congratulations to Luke Winters on your 11th place finish and your very appropriate ski racing name.
I like it.
And then staying in kind of the competition theme for a moment here, the start of the Freeride World Tour has been delayed due to conditions at Kicking Horse. Typically when we're talking about delays due to conditions, we're talking about a lack of snow. Mm-hmm. In Kicking Horse, it's more the type of snowpack that they have.
Yep.
Just the weather that they've had has created a very dense and firm snowpack. And, you know, they're just pushing it off for safety, which, like, it's a great thing to see.
Yep, makes sense.
Obviously, we'd like to see some cool skiing, but much more important to keep those athletes safe. So that event has been rescheduled for February 11th to the 17th. That's kind of the new weather window. So we just got to wait a little while longer for the start of the Freeride World Tour. But that's all right. It'll feel like a very condensed, action-packed season, I think.
I wonder if the athletes like it that way, or if they...
I don't know.
They probably don't like a whole lot of more variables than they have to deal with.
I think that's like the challenge.
Yeah.
Not that I ever reached... athletic success as a Freeride World Tour athlete, but just kind of speaking from my own experience as an athlete, you spend so long planning for something.
Right.
You know, you're trying to peak at a certain date. So I think that can be tough, but they're skiers. It's a little different than a lot of sports.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Totally. More adaptable. And then third topic of the week, this is kind of piggybacking off what we talked about last week in the sense that this winter is kind of a tale of 2 winters. last week we focused mostly on the snowmaking struggles here in New England and on the East Coast. This week we're taking a closer look at Europe. So it's been a very challenging season over there for Europe. You know, we've seen a lot of ski races canceled,
Yeah.
a lot of resorts not operating. You know, it's a pretty significant number of resorts are not operating due to lack of snow and warm temperatures. And we got an article from Bloomberg with some specifics, and I kind of pulled out a couple quotes from that article. Matt McGinnis, our esteemed colleague, put a few more in the written top 5 news. This one I thought was quite, I don't know, caught my eye.
All right.
Striking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Switzerland is warming twice as fast as the global average.
Strange.
Now, like, obviously I'm not a climate scientist or anything, but I'm sure they're just going off data.
Right.
So it's a hard thing to argue with. You know, I think like it's common for people to kind of discuss climate change with varying opinions, but you can't argue with numbers.
Right.
So that doesn't feel like a good sign.
No, and I was reading that they were going for weeks with like a, 11 degrees Celsius, like low.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what we've been dealing with here in Vermont too, where it just hasn't gotten below freezing for like 8 days.
Yeah.
And it just feels weird.
No, it's real tough to deal with.
Yeah.
Speaking of 11 degrees Celsius, Bob, another quote that I pulled out was, capping the hottest year on record for France, New Year's Eve low temps were 11 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
That's 52 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that's downright balmy.
Yeah. I'd go golfing if it was 52 degrees outside.
Yeah, people were doing all sorts of fun stuff outside around here when it wasn't
like
raining.
Warm and sunny.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
Yeah.
So, not great, but definitely encourage you to follow the links and take a look at that, especially that Bloomberg article, because there is some pretty interesting data in there. Yeah. And then fourth topic of the week, I thought this one was pretty cool. Copper Mountain has donated uphill access to veterans, specifically veterans who sign up through High Country Veterans Adventures. This is an organization that's kind of focusing on getting veterans into the backcountry, onto skis, for a lot of different reasons. One of them being mental health. So they're kind of having these backcountry mental health sessions, which sounds great.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty clean and obvious pairing.
Yeah.
To go along with that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just a nice place to like kind of clear your mind and refresh your thoughts.
Yeah. And as they kind of progress into more backcountry stuff, like, having things in order and kind of following a list, I think those things are all super helpful.
Right. Yeah. No, it seems really cool. So members get, through this activity, get exercise, skiing, and therapy towards mental health, and the organization provides all necessary backcountry equipment.
Yeah. So
it just sounds like a really cool organization.
Yeah, because it can seem like pretty daunting and prohibitive if you're coming at it from nothing.
Totally.
And be like, what do I need to do this fun-looking thing?
And, like, it's daunting for a reason.
Right.
It's extremely dangerous.
Yep.
So, yeah, somebody with, like, a good head on their shoulders that doesn't have any backcountry experience, the common decision is like, no, I'm not going to do that because it's dangerous and I don't know what I'm doing.
Or even worse, like, I'm just going to go buy a transceiver and a probe and a shovel and go backcountry skiing and see what happens. That's bad too.
So pretty cool. I'd love to learn more about High Country Veterans Adventures.
Yep.
So check that out. And then this is a sad bonus topic for this week. Ken Block has passed away. Very sad.
And not like a pillar of the ski community, but like the action sports crossover is right there. And
pretty darn huge in the snowboard world.
Yep.
Through DC.
Yep.
Ken Block is certainly somebody that I've looked up to through my life.
Yep.
So very sad to see.
And just amazing with the vehicles.
Well, his automotive accomplishments to me are that's what I look up to for sure. I've never been like the world's best skateboarder or snowboarder, and don't really live in that world, but
Yeah.
I think like what he's done for action sports in general is huge
Totally.
and very sad. And the
Yeah.
thing that I was most sad about is always the family side of
Yeah.
it. You know, I think it's easy to like think about the things that like selfishly kind of think about the things that we have like benefited from Ken Block's life, but I just always circle back to the family. So thoughts to Ken Block's family, and he will never be forgotten, I don't think.
No, pretty unique set of accomplishments.
100%.
In the life.
Big personality. Yeah. And then finally, we have our edits of the week. So first up, we have episode 2 of Michaela Schifrin's Move Right Along series. I think this is really good.
Yeah, nice like inside look.
Yeah.
It's always interesting.
Yeah. Get to see kind of Michaela's personality a little bit more
Yep.
closer, and I think it's really cool. I think they're very well done. And then we have, this is from Down Days, we have Next Stop Sneg, powder skiing adventure in Siberia.
I like this one.
Thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like deep forest skiing.
Yeah. I like when people do things a little different. This
Right.
felt a little different.
And like it's my big takeaway was like Siberia is huge. Like
Yeah.
and they're just like a little tiny
Tiny
portion
little
of
dot.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
Yep. And then we have episode 40 out of 50 from the 50 Project. This is the Bugs to Rogers Traverse, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Some of these I really enjoy from like an entertaining skiing perspective. Some I really enjoy from like the technical nature of it and the storytelling. And yeah, I just thought this was an interesting adventure to kind of tag along with in a digital format. So check that out. And then we have, this is like a 25-minute kind of short film called The Front Lines from Pangea Creatives. And they describe it as a climate change ski film. So kind of tacking on to the climate change topics that we've discussed this week. So if you got 25 minutes and you're interested in that stuff, I would encourage you to take a look.
Yep.
Bob, anything exciting planned this weekend?
A lot of away hockey games for the kids.
Right. You
So
mentioned that.
I'll be on the road, put some miles on the truck. It'll be great.
Are the Mighty Ducks going to beat the Hawks?
They always do, Jeff.
Did they always? I think they lost
No.
once.
Well, in the movies, they always end up winning. They win.
In the first movie, they get like smoked by the Hawks first, don't they?
Yeah, but like the morality always comes out on their side.
Right.
At the end.
Well, and
So-
in the second movie, they get to go to the Olympics.
Right.
Like, I don't see the Hawks at the Olympics.
No, but Banks was there.
Yeah.
So.
It's funny in movies like that, I eventually like end up feeling bad for like the bad guys, the Hawks.
Right.
I'm sure there's nothing wrong with those kids on the
No.
Hawks, the hockey team.
Yeah. They just had to follow a strange leader.
Have we really gone off the rails here?
Yeah, I will say though that the Disney Plus, the Game Changers Mighty Duck series is
Right.
great.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, if you got Disney Plus, check out Game Changers.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that I haven't seen it, right?
it is definitely more geared towards kids.
I don't have 3 kids that play
Yeah.
youth hockey.
Yeah, but pretty sure everyone that does has seen it. So
Well, there you go. That's the bonus edit of the week,
Yeah.
TV series.
yeah, it's a good one.
So, yeah, hope everyone has a good weekend. Hope you got a lot of snow where you live if you're here in New England. Yeah, I think things are looking up. I think we can be optimistic about the future.
Of course we can.
And if you're out west, just have fun with all your
Yeah,
snow.
it looks great.
Yeah. So, talk to you next week.
Bye.